Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to fill up a DS-160 form. For people who don't know what is DS-160 form used for, DS-160 form is used to fill up an application to file for visa for United States, and it is used for multiple visas. We are going to be focusing on F1 student visa. Let's get started. I'm going to be doing screen recording so you can see exactly what I'm doing on my screen and what data I fill up. So hopefully this will help you. And I know that some of you are already starting this process, some of you are going to start the process, and some of you might start next year or next few months in fall. For hopefully this will be helpful forever whenever you use it. So this is the website. You can see ceac.state.government, and then this URL. I'll put a link in the description if you really want to get into it. There's another website which is going to be very useful, which is travel.state.government. This is the website you will be using to book your appointment, and then of course you can go back to this to fill up your DS-160 form. Before we begin actually filling up the application, I want to mention a couple of things. As soon as you fill up this two things, you will get an application ID, and application ID is going to be very crucial and important for you. Just save that, write it down or save it in your phone, however you prefer to save it. Two main reasons. One is that if your computer goes to sleep, or you for some reason you wanted to get some information and you exited out or something happened and you want to retrieve your application, that's what you will use to retrieve it, your application number. Two is for some reason you only want to get started and you don't have enough information, so you can always save your application and retrieve it. The 30 days, it stays long for 30 days I think, so you can always in 30 days come back and re-edit however you want it. Like I mentioned, this is used for F1 visa, H1B visa, and several other visa. You can click over here, type of visas, to figure out how many visas it can be used for. And then you can see all this application. It says save your application frequently, because after 20 it basically times out after 20 minutes. So keep all those in mind. I typically try to save it after 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes at least, if I'm not super active. All right, the very first thing is India, Mumbai. I'm from Mumbai. Wherever you are going to apply this visa form, you should just fill that in. Code looks like start application, and this is what the application ID looks like. So obviously I'm gonna blur it out, but you have to make sure that you save this. There's a security question, and whatever question you choose, you can. What did your family give your name? My name was Yudi, so I'm just gonna do that and click continue. It is very important that you remember that security question, because when you forget your number or something, they will ask you to retrieve using that question. All right, you can see on the side, on the left hand side, you can see all the section, how the visa or how the application form is divided, all the travel information, personal information, and US contact, etc. And on this there is a question and answer. I'm not gonna reveal all my information, so obviously I'm gonna mock some of the data, but you have to put all your real information. So you can see surname. So over here I'm just gonna put J, because that's what I use as. All right, in given names, so this is where you have to look at your passport and whatever your passport has. So for example, a lot of people ask me this question. In the passport it says Ankit Kumar or some Kumar or Kumari, because that's how our ancestors have been using our name. So if it is like that, just put it like that. But if you have, however your name is mentioned in the given name in your passport section, that's what you need to do. So let's say mine is Yudi J, and then full name in native alphabet, you don't need it, so just say does not apply. You don't need to do that. Have you ever used other name, that is maiden, religious, professional, allies, etc.? Now the answer most likely will be no, but if you have used it as a legal name, I'm not talking about if your parents call you Sonu, Monu, Chintu, Bablu, all of those things. If they call you, that's not what they're asking. If you used some name before marriage, after marriage, or some areas where your grandparents or your parents register yourself as a birth certificate, name something else, and then in the school they name something else, and when you find to file passport, you name something else. In that case you have to, but in this case I'm gonna say no. All right, do you have a telecode that represent your name? No, we don't have that too. Sex, male, female, of course, select appropriately. Marriage status, I'm gonna say single. Of course I'm married, but I'm gonna say single because most of the students are going to be single. I'm saying most. I know a lot of you could be married as well and could have children as well. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. So next question is date and place of birth. I'm gonna say 1st January 1991. State, province, Maharashtra. Make sure that you use right spelling. And then country is going to be India. There we go. Make sure you click save. Continue. Yeah. So make sure you always do that. Click save. So now it is at least saved the first information, and now you go to second. Country, region, country, nationality. So this will be India. Of course, if you're applying, I'm just using my information, but if you're applying from Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Australia, UAE, wherever you are using, make sure to use that. Do you hold or have you held any other nationality? I have not, but if you do, then like for example, Canada, this might be a good example for you. Are you a permanent resident of a country other than the country? No, I'm not. National identification number, this does not apply to, at least for Indians, this does not apply. So just click say it does not apply. Social security number. Now the reason they are asking this is because this is also used for H-1B visa. So that's when you will have that. They're asking for US taxpayer ID number. This also does not apply, but you know, if you have business and you have a company over here, you might have that too. Make sure to save. It will go back to this and then click continue application and go to travel. All right. Next question is please select the trip. So you can see all this visa you can select. Of course, we are going for F1. Where is F1? Academic and then student. So you can see F and F1. I think F2, yeah, F2 is used for spouse. So if you are also filing, if you're taking your wife along, then you should be doing that. Have you made specific travel plans? I mean, if you have, then just do no. I mean, it's a yes, and then you know if you have your tickets and everything planned. If you know, then just say no, and then select whichever date you have planned. Intended length of stay. So in this case, you should just select the amount of years of your education. So it should be 2 years because that's what your master's course is for. Or if you're applying for F1 visa, then maybe put 4 years. Address where you will stay in United States. Now in this case, you won't know where you are going to stay. So what you should do is you should put your college address because that's what you know as of right now, and that's completely okay. So Chico State. Chico. Line to optional. Select California. And then this person entity. So obviously person entity paying for the trip. You can see that there's a employer and all of that. In this case, you just say self because that's what you're doing. Click save. Intended data cannot be earlier or equal. Oh, sorry. I see. It should be 2021 because 2020 is already gone. Save. There. Continue application. Next is. Are there any other person traveling with you? Obviously, if they are, then you should say yes. But now all this question, you just have to say, have you ever been to US? No. Have you ever been issued a visa? No. Have you ever been refused a visa? If you have been, then you should say yes. If you have not, then just say no. Have you ever been filed an immigration petition on your behalf with the United States? So some cases you have said yes because I've talked to some of you in Instagram live session and some of you said that my green card application has been filed by my uncle or my aunt or whoever. So in that cases you do say yes. All right, home address. Is your mailing address same? So if it is same, then use that. If it is different, then of course use different. Primary phone number. Have you ever used any other phone numbers in last 5 years? If you have, then just give that. If you don't, then that's fine. Email address, very important to make sure you put your right email address. Have you used any other email in the last 5? Of course you probably have, so just say yes. And then additional email address. Social media, so this section is very important because a lot of you've been asking me. So here's, you say Instagram social media identifier. In this case you will be using your username, so in this my case it's Yudi.J. Add another, you can see. Then there is Facebook, let's say LinkedIn, and whatever your username over there is, Yudi J. Do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other website have you have used within last 5 years, create content, photos, videos? So in my case, yes, but in your case, I mean, if you have made content on TikTok and things like that, then do mention that. TikTok, I don't know if there was TikTok in the above one, but let's say save, continue application, moving forward, next. Obviously this one is if you have any special passport, that's great. If I don't have any special passport, AJZZZ, something like that, passbook number does not apply because I only have one. Yep, it is going to be India. Where was your passport travel document issued? State, Maharashtra. Issue date. Have you ever lost a few? I have not lost, luckily, thank God. And then go to next. Contact or organization in the United States. So most of the, if you do have a genuine contact, you can put it. Don't put my contact. I would be more than happy to be your contact, but don't put my contact. Put your college information over here. You should be putting your person who's sending you I-20, so that's what you should be putting. And then your organization name should be Chico State. So for example, James Chico State school official. See, it says that it is school official. You already have that option, right? And then over here again, state California, zip number, phone number does not apply. I mean, obviously you have to give your email address of the school, but I don't want to put it, so I just said next. Say zip code is invalid, verify the format. Oh my God, okay. Next section is family. Same thing, father's full name and date of birth. Yudi J dad. Date of birth will be January 1st, 1980. No, sorry, 1980. Is your father in US? No, but in your case, you just make sure that you do that. Given names, Yudi J mom. Make sure to check your given names on their passport and just make sure that it is same. अपन मम्मी डैडी का दोनों का बर्थडे सेम दिन पे रखते हैं, क्या बोलते हो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Okay, is your mother in US? No. Do you have any immediate relatives? So when they say immediate relatives, you mean like brother, sibling. If you know anybody, you should put it. If you don't have anybody, then do you have another relatives? And that's where, if you have cousins and if you have uncle, far distant relative, that's what you should be putting it. In my case, I just don't have anybody, so I'm just gonna say no. Work and education, primary occupation. In this case, you will say student, and then your school name, whichever your school name. DJ Sangvi was my school. India. Start date, जब भी start किया होगा, put that date, July 2012. Monthly income does not apply. Briefly describe your duties. I don't know why it's asking for duties, but I am a student. Were you previously employed? If you were, then just say yes, and then it'll ask you what your company detail is, then just fill out that. Have you ever attended educational interview as at a secondary level and or above? There should be yes. I think you can see you must answer yes to this question if you have ever attended for any length of time a high school, secondary school, or its equivalent in the country, college, university, graduate. So, for example, if you've done 11th, 12th, then you should be saying yes. If you have done 11th, 12th, and then diploma or bachelor's, then you should be saying that, and then just fill out that detail. Make sure that you spell out everything. Bachelor's of Engineering in IT. Don't do this mistake in Information Technology. Date of attendance. Do you belong to clan and tribe? Answer is no. Provide a list of language you speak. Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi. मला मराठी येते भाई. English. Okay, बाकी अभी ये सारे question, most of the question के answer no ही होंगे. Have you ever traveled to any country? Well, in this case, some of you might have traveled to another country, so just check. Have you belonged to, contributed to, work for social? No. Do you have specialized training? No. 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 Additional point of contact information. It says don't list immediate family members or other relatives. So maybe your friends can be over here too. Your mentors can be over here too. So just do that. Yudi J friend. Okay, this is in this case, obviously I won't have this, so I'm just gonna say this. This is service ID. You will most likely have this from your college, so make sure that you put that. And Chico State, MSM, Computer Science. Make sure to full do this, not MS, Masters of Science. So that way it is full. Stay safe. Continue. Review. Okay, so now it's just review. So you basically go through every single thing you filled out and make sure that it's all correct. And it says photo will be taken in at AAC, which means once you book your appointment, you will have biometric appointment and then you will have interview appointment. So that's where they will take your photo and plug in there. So obviously I'm not going to sign and submit, but you have to make sure that they done assist, and then you just put your passport number and your code and then just click sign. Once you submit this, it is going to give you a receipt, and that receipt is very important. That is what you will be using it to book your visa appointment, and then when you have your visa appointment you need to take that. So that was it. It took me around 20-25 minutes, so it doesn't take you that long if you have all the information ready with you. I would say that you make sure that all the information is ready with you now that you have seen this video. Hopefully this will help you fill out your application form. Again, this is also used for H-1B visa, so let me know in the comment section if you are filing for H-1B visa and want to know more about H-1B visa, then I can fill out. I think the only difference will be that you will be working, so you'll have to fill up your employer and a lot of employer stuff. So it's a little different than this one. That is it for this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. Gotta hustle every single day.